Yes, there's no single reason for domestic violence. Many offenders have a history of alcohol or drug abuse. Some experience stress caused by unemployment, sexual difficulties, and low job satisfaction. The most abusive offenders tend to have severe emotional problems. Numerous offenders were abused as children. Now, many programs are available to treat people who commit domestic violence. Judges often require men who assault their wives to attend these programs as a condition of their sentence. Yeah. Now, let's say I'm not the domestic abuser, right? Because I don't have the severe emotional problems. I resided at 1023 Kitchen Dick Road, yes, and left approximately one day before, yes. Heidi had the obligation to serve me, yes, that there was going to be a conference setting hearing, so that I could have prepared my statement for the judge, yes, so that we could have discussed the major issues in the marriage. Instead, what happened, right, is Heidi decided to abduct my sons, yes, through the use of the judicial system of Guam, moved back here, convinced you of the need of your kindness and necessity in issuing a protection order, so she could hide her identity from any and all bill collectors, so she wouldn't be named, even though it does say Jane Doe or E-Tux. Yes. Now, let's say, yes, not only was it $180,000 of unsecured debt, not only was it that you issued a child support order for approximately $1,600, unless it was changed from what was served on me, that you intentionally wanted me to go to prison, yes, or debtor's prison. See, I'd heard that the non-recourse lending in the state of Washington, yes, had given some bill collectors the right to have you arrested for failure to participate in the contract of unsecured lending. Yes. Now, if I called the EGP, pooch, is there any individual in this state or any state that has gotten arrested? Yes. For failure on contempt of court? Yeah. Oh, contempt of court. Yes. For failure to pay. Court ordered a restitution right now. Now, my wife, kidnapped my sons. Yes. You issued a protection order without jurisdiction of law, because of the treachery of not wanting to be located for the subpoena in Spokane County. Now, me, if you had served me, I'd have called them. Yeah. And I'd said, well, we're living on Guam. They would have said, well, that's your problem. Yes. I would have said, well, you don't have jurisdiction to hear the case. Now, these debt collectors, yeah. mhm. Of all of those Spokane County, yes, because it's somewhat informative. 1800, yes, it is somewhat informative. Yeah. How it is that we did live in Airway Heights, but we moved in. We moved into August of 2010. Yeah, no, maybe it was July. Benjamin was born in September. Yeah, she was 7 months pregnant. Yes. Now the date on this is May 25th of 2011. Yes. We didn't live in Spokane then. No, no, no. EGP, I like to know you right now. And then I'd like to know these attorneys that represent the unsecured creditors. Yeah. The individuals that are Visa, MasterCard, Discover, American Express. Yes. Any and all consumer credit of this great nation. Where you thought you'd get a monetary award of zero. Yes. Total would be zero. Yes. But there's a comment there. See, judgments, this case, 1, 2011, 525. The TRJ transcript of judgment, yes, 111238009, the district court case, more than likely. Then you paid a whopping $20 and a filing fee of $20. And you decided that I was going to pay 12% interest on $40,000 for what could be 10 years. Yes, because there's no actual date on the status date 1800. Now, at 12% annually, the amount doubles every 6 years, rule of 72. After 6 years, it was up to $80,000, and you could have arrested me, yes, for a failure to participate in the original contract that gave me the unsecured debt. Now, for all of you that's gone to jail, yes, for failure to pay child support, yes, failure to pay your unsecured debts, yes, and failure to pay your recourse loans, yes, I'd like to know every individual arrested for these crimes. Oh, see, Washington State Commissioner Stephen H. Rovdahl is a state that did away with debtor's prison. And when I look through the various companies, yeah, see, I'm one of these that likes buying the debt of the United States. I've done a lot of study about it. Yes, you have. And there's what's known as factoring, and that's company or corporate debt. Then there's the unsecured debt of the individuals that did not pay their bills. Yes, yes, yes. And quite often you can buy it 10 cents on the dollar. Now, I know there's not much of a chance of collecting on it. Yes, but when you can buy 10 times the amount of debt, yes, it's kind of like buying $400,000 worth of debt. Yes, for $40,000. No, 10% of, yeah. No, it's kind of like, well, of every arrest for failure to pay child support, yes, I'd like to know them. And for every arrest for failure to pay your mortgage, yeah, I'd like to know them. And for every arrest for failure to pay your home equity line of credit, yes, I'd like to know them. And for every arrest for failure to pay your credit card, I'd like to know them. Now, every time a court does this, yes, it happens to violate certain debtors' prison laws that make it illegal. Now, for all the petitioners of protection orders and dissolutions of marriage, yes, for every individual in the confidentiality, yes, of the LEIS, yeah, WACIC, and all the court orders in the NCIC, I'd like to get your credit reports for the last 20 years.